just really emotional and crazy, like VH1 behind the music that I've ever seen.
It was honest. It was honest. I mean, a lot of people are afraid of honesty. You know what I'm saying? They're afraid to show who they are, you know, because they think it, you know, makes them look weak or whatever, or, you know, well, we all have flaws, man, you know what I'm saying? Anybody who tries to act like they don't, it's full of, well, you know they're full of.
Yeah. That's why I always say you were so necessary, because you do come with a lot of honesty.
Yeah. Let's go back. You had mentioned Pimp C earlier. With that being said, did Pimp C really have a tape of somebody in the industry that would break the internet? You look like you done seen it, Marvin. You done seen it. Marvin seen it.
Tell him who it is.
Hey, man, tell him who it is. I wish we still trying to find out who was in this Pimp C.
Well enough, because she just started all the girls. Impulse control issues. I don't know. I'm saying, Sean Carter, you're a piece of shit. Taking Pimp C wasn't bad enough. You just want to go down there and you want to just remove all of the balls from every real gangster in Houston. Why did that house burn up?
We gotta talk about how every time someone tries to air out Jay-Z's secrets, they either disappear from the spotlight or get branded as unstable. Take DMX, for example. He allegedly called Jay out for teaming up with some real shady figures behind the scenes. And let's not forget Pimp C. Things got tense between him and Jay before his sudden suspicious passing. But it gets even messier. Word on the street is Pimp C might have had a little something going on with Beyonce. And if that's true, you already know Jay wasn't cool with it. But what did DMX and Pimp C really find out that had them talking? What secrets were they trying to bring to light before things went sideways? It's deep, and we're just getting started.
A lot of the love I had for wanting to be a part of the industry is not there anymore. I don't even associate myself with the industry, you know what I'm saying? I'm not an industry artist. I'm an artist in the industry. You know?
And you've always stood alone, and
yeah.
You know, bloodline.
You're not gonna see me at every party, every industry party, all the clubs. I go somewhere quiet, man, shoot pool with me and my mans and them. You know what I'm saying?
Let's break down the drama between DMX and Jay-Z. Even though Jay-Z showed love after DMX passed, folks still believe there was real tension behind the scenes. Word is DMX never fully trusted him. He always kept one eye open. Some even claim Jay sabotaged DMX's 6th album, supposedly because he couldn't handle the heat from the competition. Now, Jay's never admitted to any of that. After DMX passed, he went on LeBron's show talking like everything was cool between them. But not everyone's buying that act.
So my first Grammy win, I wasn't in. I wasn't even in the building because I boycotted the film. So there was a competitive thing, but it was big love. He was so competitive with me. I never met a human being more competitive with me, like ever, not even my big brother. Like, no one.
But here's the part Jay-Z conveniently left out. According to DMX, things turned shady in 2004 when Jay took the reins as president of Def Jam. That's when, according to X, everything started falling apart. DMX had been running the charts, dropping 5 back-to-back #1 albums from '98 to '03, straight domination. But once Jay got in charge, DMX claimed he started messing with the rollout of his 6th album, Year of the Dog. Again, it wasn't just a delay. He felt Jay was trying to block his whole comeback. Now, why would Jay do that unless he felt threatened?
Used to be my dog, you was in my left titty. You know, scream, ride or die, I thought you would die with me. What happened was, you know, like I said, I had the crazy track record, Def Jam, everything was good. You know, I go to do the 6th album.
Jay-Z became president.
Yeah. You know, when he first got the job, he hit me with the call like, yo, dog, inmates is running the building, like, yo, finish the album, shoot the video. What happened? He's going on vacation and, you know, we don't know. What you mean you don't know? How do you listen to a whole album, pick a single, shoot a video?
DMX believed all this drama kicked off when Jay-Z suddenly flipped the script on his retirement. Instead of stepping away, he jumped back into the rap game, and according to X, he wanted to wipe out anyone standing in his way, competition and all.
Finish the album, shoot the video. What happened? Vacation and, you know, we don't know. What you mean you don't know? How do you listen to a whole album, pick a single, shoot a video, then don't know? Okay, I see what's really good. You're trying to eliminate the competition. You know, because at first you retire, you know, You know, then get me off the label. Now you back rapping again.
That's when DMX saw the truth. Jay-Z was willing to step on anybody to climb higher, and that pushed X to walk away from Def Jam. But his issues with Jay ran deeper than just label beef. DMX didn't trust Jay because of the powerful, shady execs he was rumored to be tight with. Let's not forget, both Jay and X changed the game in their own way. But when it came to handling business, they were total opposites. While Jay played it smooth and corporate, DMX kept it raw and real. He wasn't scared to call out label bosses for squeezing artists dry and never bowed down to industry pressure.
They got this new breed of rapper that's paying DJs to play their shit.
Right.
And, you know what I'm saying? They sucking the record label executive. It's like there's too much of that going on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Let me be me. Let me be the artist that I am and just play my music. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Now they want you all up under this, you know, sitting at going to dinner with them and shit like that, and you know, all that favor for a favor shit. I don't get down like that. Look, I'll give you the music, you give my money.
Back in 2005, DMX came with straight fire when he dropped his track The Industry, and he didn't hold back one bit. He used that song to expose what really goes down behind the scenes in the music biz. He rapped, "If you ain't got a strong mind, the industry will break you down. It's a matter of time. The industry vultures with nothing to feast on." Then he hit even harder, saying, "The industry wants new artists to sell their souls. The industry don't give an F about you, but the industry couldn't make a dime without you." Now that's real talk.
The game is bullshit, man. The game is shit. If you want to rap or sing or whatever, don't become a part of the game. You know what? Listen to a song I called The Industry. And that pretty much explains, you know what I'm saying, what it's about. The industry. Man, it's not the same. The industry, it's not a fucking game. The industry, real is dying to get in the industry just to find they don't fit in. The industry ain't what it used to be. The industry's trying to control the way you MC. They want you to dress like this and talk like that, but I'm going dress like this and talk with the gap.
Jay-Z's been in the game since day one, but over the years he's caught a ton of heat for allegedly betraying folks who helped him rise up. One of the loudest voices, Dame Dash, his former Rockefeller co-founder, who straight up said Jay stabbed him in the back to get tight with powerful, shady execs in the music world. And Dame didn't hold his tongue. He started dropping names, and one of the biggest was Liar Cohen, the former Def Jam president and a longtime close friend of Jay-Z. In fact, Jay even called Liar his mentor in his book, Decoded. But Liar's name has been linked to all kinds of controversy. Dame once blasted him publicly, calling him a culture vulture and accusing him of using divide and conquer tactics to turn black artists and moguls against one another. Now here's the part that really raised eyebrows. When Liar hit up the Breakfast Club in 2018, he got asked about DMX's struggles with substance use. He claimed he felt bad about it, but then Charlemagne pressed him, asking why he kept signing artists who pushed that same toxic lifestyle. Liar just shrugged and said, "That's how the business works." Cold, right?
One of the biggest artists you ever had had a real bad drug problem, DMX.
I'm so sad.
They're making it cool to be drinking lean and syrup, and
It's the most dangerous. It's the
perks
most
and
dangerous
mollies
thing that's facing our society.
are you?
So why sign an artist that would promote that?
She asked me talent or issues, and I said talent.
You don't think that's hypocritical though? You're saying the
It's
opioid problem's a
opportunistic.
problem.
Yeah, I got people to feed. I got a business to run.
Dame didn't let this slide. He clapped back at Lior on Instagram saying, "Thanks for this, Lior Cohen, for proving my point in true culture vulture form. They make money off us and then try to erase our true history and act like the real ones never existed." Shots fired. So how does all this connect back to DMX? Well, the word is, Lior may have played a big role in convincing Jay-Z to sabotage DMX's 6th album. But it gets even more disrespectful from there. When DMX passed away, Lior showed zero class at his farewell. DMX's memorial went down in Brooklyn on April 25th, 2021, but Lior didn't even bother to show up in person. Instead, he sent a cold, pre-recorded video. At first, he called X a good dude. But then things took a wild turn. Out of nowhere, he referred to DMX as a gremlin and said his passing wasn't a surprise. Can you believe that? At the man's funeral. Fans were outraged, and honestly, who wouldn't be?
To be recognized. And so the race against time was that we all know X is a gremlin and reckless and looking for a wall to crash into. X, if you listen to X, if you see X, his death is no surprise. If you listen to and you watched who and what X was.
Everybody knows DMX had personal struggles, but bringing that up during his funeral, that's cold. If Jay-Z really saw Leor Cohen as a mentor, then no wonder DMX never fully trusted him. The energy just wasn't right. Now let's switch things up and get into the wild story surrounding Pimp C. Word is, his beef with Jay-Z and rumors of a secret fling with Beyonce may have played a part in his mysterious passing. Chad Lamont Butler, better known as Pimp C, was a legendary voice from Louisiana and one half of the iconic duo UGK alongside Bun B. These two were Southern rap royalty. Back in 2000, UGK linked up with Jay-Z for the Timbaland-produced smash Big Pimpin', which hit number 18 on the Billboard Hot 100 and went platinum. On the surface, it looked like a huge moment, but behind the scenes, it was drama-filled. Pimp C and Jay-Z were clashing left and right. In fact, Pimp C didn't even want to be on the track at first. He wasn't feeling it because of Jay's past tension with Tupac. He took that seriously. According to former UGK manager Greg Taylor, he had a convo with Dame Dash, who was down to cut UGK a $1 million check to get the collab done. But when Taylor pitched it to Pimp C, Pimp dropped a bombshell suggestion. He said they should give that million to Tupac's mother instead. Now that's loyalty, and you can bet that didn't sit well with Jay or his team.
Jay heard him say that, yo?
Yeah, Jay heard him, because I had to jump up and apologize for this nigga to clean that shit up quick, because I was like, I didn't realize he was in the room. So when I seen Hov there, I was like, oh. And so I told him he had to come down and go see them and go talk to mama and go to lunch with, go to dinner with them and sit down and do it the right way, because that's just how Pimp did it. If you didn't sit down and eat dinner with him and his mama, he ain't gonna break bread with you. That was just the game. Like, that's how he was raised.
Turns out Jay-Z was secretly on the line during that phone call, and he straight up heard Pimp C throwing shade at him. That moment lit the fuse. Even though Pimp C eventually agreed to move forward with Big Pimpin', things between him and Jay stayed icy. Bun B even revealed it took serious reverse psychology just to convince Pimp to do the collab in the first place. And despite the track blowing up and going platinum, Pimp C never really rocked with it like that. He didn't rate it much at all.
And him and Jazzy Faye was going non-stop. It was real. To lead them two in the room together was like nuclear fission and nitrous oxide mix.
He's a great person. Great person.
But there's more to the tension between Pimp C and Jay-Z. And this part, it's pure rumor mill, but wild enough to raise eyebrows. Word is insiders claim Pimp C and Beyonce might have had a little something going on back in the day. And get this, some even say there was a private tape of the two. Whether that tape ever existed or not, just the idea of it was enough to stir up serious drama. But the rumors don't stop there. Another explosive theory comes straight from singer Jaguar Wright, who's been out here saying Jay-Z might have had something to do with Pimp C's tragic death. She's been loud about it too. Here's what went down. Back in early December 2007, Pimp C was staying at the Mondrian Hotel in West Hollywood. He was out there making music and doing shows.
I'm saying, Sean Carter, you're a piece of shit. Taking Pimp C wasn't bad enough. You just want to go down there and you want to just remove all of the balls from every real gangster in Houston. Why did that house burn up? Who the fuck goes to their childhood house for a visit and the shit goes up in flames? No real investigation on how the house just went up in flames.
Man.
I guess they paid y'all off like they paid y'all off for that Astro World.
The official coroner's report called it an accident, blaming Pimp C's passing on heavy lean use mixed with his sleep apnea. But things start feeling real suspicious after what DJ Paul from 3 6 Mafia revealed. He said Pimp's manager, Rick Martin, saw the scene firsthand and said the hotel room looked like it had been shot up. There was blood everywhere. They even thought he'd been gunned down. Martin described Pimp's body as being on his knees, like he was praying. The candles he always lit before sleeping had burned all the way down, which meant he'd probably been gone for at least a full day. That detail alone had people questioning the official story. And now Jaguar Wright is turning the heat all the way up, accusing Jay-Z of being behind not just Pimp C's sudden death, but several other mysterious losses in the industry too. These are some serious claims, and the questions just keep piling up. If you're still with us, hit that like button, subscribe for more jaw-dropping stories, share this with someone who needs to hear it, and drop your thoughts in the comments. We're reading everything. See you on the next one.